Good afternoon, Pierce Middle School and Mason Middle School. It's Mrs. Taplin here, and I am actually here with my friend Bjorn, and he is the owner of Swirls Custard in Lake Orion. Hi, Bjorn, how are you?
Hey, Stacey, how are you doing? Thanks for stopping by today.
Yes.
Appreciate it.
Well, thank you for having us. We want to get to know you a little bit and hear about how you started this business. It's a great business. So this is the owner. Tell us how it started.
It started like me branching out from corporate America and trying something new, always in the hospitality area. I always wanted to be, the dream was to retire and be part owner of a restaurant or a little brunch place, breakfast place around Lake Orion, Clarkson. And Swirls was for sale, very close to home. I like Lake Orion. I decided to invest some money in buying Swirls, and that's how I became the owner of Swirls. I didn't really have any background on how to make ice cream, how to make ice cream cakes, how to make ice cream sandwiches, or less how to really manage the machines and manage the store, the social media related to it. So at the end it was a plunge in the cold water, and I tried it, took some risk, and have to make it work.
Well, and that's a key point right there. You took some risks. You didn't know what you were going
Right.
to do. I mean, you had to learn it all. And you got out of corporate America.
That is correct.
So sometimes we do have career changes in our life because we want something different.
Well, you have to at the end see
Follow our passion.
follow a passion, follow where your heart takes you. At the end, it's always good to take different routes in life. You never know where life's going to take you anyhow. Try different things, and being a small business owner is a very good experience, and an experience that I'm not regret taking.
Yeah.
And has been a phenomenal journey so far. It takes a lot of work though, don't take me wrong. It takes a lot of work, as you know, a lot of hours. Your son works also at the store. It's a very customer-driven business, high quality. You cannot really mess around the quality. You have to have very fresh product, fresh ingredients, fresh toppings. The store has to be always clean. So those are the things that you learn while you go and compare, benchmark yourself with competitors around Lake Orion, Clarkson, what for that.
Yes,
So.
and that is, and you mentioned it's a lot of hard work, and also, I mean, we're here, what is it, December 2nd. When we're here in the summer, the line is out the door because of the personal, connection Bjorn has and the store, and you have lots of different items that you create. So this is kind of neat because his job is also a creator. So what types of things are your favorite to create and sell to the public?
Well, I think, Stacey, to that point, if you go a step back, being creative also means if you buy a store, you acquire a new business from a prior owner, you have to put your own signature on. You have to design it, you have to make the change of the layout. And if you compare where Swirls was prior, when I acquired it, when it was run by the prior owners, where Swirls is today, we modified the looks of Swirls, we enhanced the color scheme of the shop, we opened up the service and ordering area, we made it way cleaner, more accessible, more open to the customers, which at the end, like we said, it created a very good clientele this last summer. With the clientele coming in, everybody wants something different. Everybody wants to, you have to differentiate yourself from the major chains or your competitors, and creating a special parfait, special sundaes, special flurries, making ice cream cakes, chip wedges, pies. It is something that clients want. People want to branch out a little bit, and that creativity kicks in. Yes, you have to do some research, you have to do some comparison, what really makes suit different customers, but it's part of taking a risk and trying new things. Because you cannot just offer the same over and over as part of a business ownership. You have to be creative, you have to innovate, not imitate. If you want to imitate, just buy a franchise. But if you want to be a small business owner, differentiate yourself, you have to be really different in your offerings to really make your, like I call it, I don't know if I can use that word online, but not make the store sexy for every clientele, every customer from young to old. It's really what this is all about.
Right, and you also mentioned you get to use social media platforms, your advertising piece. That's a whole other part of a small business too, right?
That is correct.
There's lots of different things that go into a small business. So,
Well,
because what's your background in? do?
Back on business administration. I was in corporate America, purchasing executive for many years. I traveled the world, and you work with companies that have their own platform on social media. And believe it or not, you run a small business like you run a corporation. It's a very, very small scale. But at the end, from the accounting point of view, from the maintenance point of view, from the advertising point of view, from the platform of advertising your products, your hours, interaction with the social media like Instagram, Facebook, and Google, it has to be done. Whether small or a big company, it's part of our society today.
Part of our society today, and I've been on the Facebook, and I've even commented several times. You're welcome.
Hopefully, good comments.
All good comments.
All good comments. 5-star reviews on Google too.
Right, and so okay, you talked a little bit about what is a typical day at Swirls Custard? Because we're very interested now.
Well, a typical day if you see it from a customer point of view, you really walk into the store. It smells like fresh waffle cones because I make my own waffle cones. It's the aroma that also drives people into a different store.
Homemade waffle cones would,
Yeah, homemade waffle cones,
absolutely.
yeah. And at the end you see it's a clean store. It's a store that offers the treats that you want. So that's really as a customer. Then you order, get a nice menu, layout. But everything that plays a role behind the scenes that a lot of people don't see is you have to be here 2 hours before you open.
Okay.
You have to make sure that all the machines are working. You have to make sure that the custard mix is at the right temperature, that the quality of the product is top notch.
There's a lot of science there.
A lot of science behind it, a lot of pre-work up in the store, and then you have to make sure all the candy containers are filled, all the toppings are filled, the strawberries are freshly cut, the pineapples are there, we have enough bananas, etc., etc. So do an inventory at night, do an inventory just before opening, and then you open the store and you welcome the customers. We have an average, in a small normal day, we average between in the spring, fall, summer, fall, we average in the early months between 25, 30, 40 customers a day. In the high season, which is the top of the summer, July, August, we experience up to between 150, 180 customers coming in a 8 to 10 hour shift.
Yeah.
So that is really from a minute per transaction point of view, minute of customers coming in. We have a new customer coming in between every 3.5, 4 minutes in the high summer days.
Right, and you have to be stacked and ready to go for that customer.
Yes, but you also have to have the dedicated and passionate employees,
Right.
mainly high school kids from Mirror Lake, Orion. Mainly those are the ones that I really enjoy having here. They have a lot of friends. They have to be passionate as I am for the store. If they don't show the same passion as I have of, once again, best quality, best service, cleanliness, then it's really a tough place to work at. So, and the kids that I have really demonstrated the willingness, the passion to really be a small little business owner.
Okay.
Because when they're here, they're responsible for not only serving the customer, doing the ordering, doing the cashing, giving the exchange the right money out, and managing the cash drawer, which is really important because it's half cash, half credit card business,
Right.
kind of in the average. So they really have a big responsibility by being on their own and working there.
As a teenager,
Correct.
right? Those are big skills for them to learn here.
It's not only skills, but also lessons for life.
Lessons for life, absolutely. What is the best thing about Swirls? Like, what is your most favorite thing about owning this and having your employees and customers? And what is your most favorite?
The most
part
favorite,
of
the
this
favorite
whole-
part, the instant gratification that you prepare an ice cream, you sell a flurry, you make a banana split, you sell a chip wedge. The kids, the young adults, the adults, the seniors coming in, have an ice cream, you prepare fresh ice cream. They immediately enjoy the smile on their face of that treat. That's the instant gratification that you don't really get at corporate America. That closeness to the customer, the satisfaction, that happiness, because ice cream makes people happy. It's
It
a
makes
sweet,
people happy.
and that is really the most important part for me.
And we're right across from Friendship Park, where they have a lot of soccer games and baseball games. We're right by Weber Elementary. I know a lot of people come in here
Right.
from school events and
Correct.
sports.
So that's part of it. I mean,
Yeah,
kids come from
fun.
school, parents reward the kids with ice cream, seniors come in, reward themselves with ice cream.
Right.
That's the instant gratification. Just across the corner, see that's a wow effect that I never experienced this way, and that keeps me driving to do better year after year, month after month. So.
You probably don't get that in corporate America.
No, you don't.
So that's good to know. So as we look at, like, you know, these kids are in middle school, 6th, 7th, 8th graders, they're kind of starting to think about what they want to be when they grow up. What might you offer, like, as advice to them for looking at their future career?
Number one, future, because I had a corporate America job. I travel around the world. Follow your heart, follow your passion. What do you think you're good at? What do you think you have a passion to excel? Don't go with the mainstream. Go for something that you're good at, something that you want to try. Don't make the mistake to do something just because somebody told you to do something. You grow within the middle school, go into high school. You develop certain skills. You develop certain passion for certain either science, math, social classes. Build it from there. And that's what I did when I went for business administration. I love business administration, the entire aspect of running a business, the financials, the sales, the purchasing part, and I landed in purchasing. Purchasing is not an easy job. You have to deal with a lot of people. You're talking to a lot of people day in, day out. You negotiate. And I had that passion, but finding the different journey by owning your own business is a completely different spectrum of businesses, different spectrum of career, because it's all about you. The more you work, the more you reward yourself. The better you work, the more customers recognize you. The more presence you show, the more trust and loyalty you will gain with the customers. So follow your heart, follow your passion. Don't have your mindset that early in the school year, in the middle school. Develop some skill set, work on those skill set, on those strengths through high school, and then go into college with a clear vision of what you really want. Maybe not the first year, but second, third, and fourth year, you should know what you want and follow that with passion.
That is really good advice. Well, we appreciate your time, Mr. Bjorn, here in Lake Orion at Swirls. Hopefully you guys can come down and visit him too. You won't be sorry. It's always a good treat.
Thank you, Stacey. Thanks for the opportunity.
Thank you.
Want a free ice cream?
Oh, we would love a free ice
There you
cream.
go.
Bye, guys.